Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'd love to show you how I create a mood board for my island theme. I usually do this in some type of way. Sometimes I just do it like in-game and put together a couple of items if I already have like a pretty clear vision of what I want that island theme to be. Other times though, I create this in Canva. That's how I did it for Equilibrio, and that's how I want to do it for this island as well. If you have missed the theme reveal, don't worry, I will put the video in the description box below. So if you want to check that out and hear like a more detailed explanation of the theme as well as a theme trailer, it is going to be there. But basically the island is going to be a color coordinated fairy meadow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have color themed areas with like villagers according to those colors, and then we're gonna have a big like colorful meadow in the middle and a general like fairy kind of lighter wood kind of aesthetic. So that is like the aesthetic that we want to nail down today. And in Canva, I usually use a combination of items and elements that you can find in Canva, as well as pictures from Animal Crossing items and villagers. I will usually just go ahead to Google and type in ACNH and then whatever kind of character name, like let's say ACNH Flurry, and then I pretty much click on the first link, which is usually the Animal Crossing.fandom page. And then if you right click and save the villager picture there, you can later on use it in Canva. And actually this one also has a kind of see-through background. So it's just the outline of the villager, which I find super handy for mood boards and that kind of stuff. And as for all of the items or flowers and all that kind of stuff, I found Nook.exchange to be super handy because you can just type in any type of like item or flower in the search bar, and then also just, right click and save the picture. And again, it'll have a see-through background and be super easy to kind of incorporate into mood boards. It's not the biggest picture, not the highest quality, but for what we're going to be doing, this is definitely super, super handy and kind of allows you to really nail down this like in-game aesthetic. All right, and I think that's enough explanations before we get started. So let's go ahead and just dive right into the mood board creation. So the first thing I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna create like a little bit of like a color orientation. So I'm just gonna be using like a brush stroke kind of. Maybe we should kind of do it in the way that the island is gonna be set up. Maybe I also would like to have a brush stroke that's not quite as wide. I'm gonna try and make like pretty shades of colors. I'm not sure, but still kind of accurate. But yeah, so we're gonna have red, and then we're gonna have like an orange. We're also gonna be having like a yellow. We also need kind of a blue part. I'll kind of try, like when we work on it, I'll show this section to you, but for right now, I think I'm just gonna put the color kind of quickly behind it. Kind of a purple part, but I feel like that's not quite the purple it is in the game, right? I feel like it's more maybe like this. All right, as for pink, I guess what I'd like to do is probably focus on a more like pastel kind of pink. So we're gonna have these kind of like in a circle around, right? That's gonna be like a circle of landscaping. What I sometimes like to do is I kind of like to make the background an Animal Crossing picture of like kind of that grass color, which I don't think I have currently. That is gonna drown out the colors a little bit. Okay, maybe we should do that later. Okay, so those are the colors. And then I think what we're also gonna be doing is a black, kind of like in the middle here, plus like a white, but we're not gonna make it quite like white. We're just gonna go for like maybe like a cream or something. Like you will see that the way that I do the mood board is definitely not like a very aesthetic kind of way. I just try and like, nail the theme a little bit. Also the center part. Now I do have to say for the center part, I don't know if we need too much of a mood board section because it's basically a combination of everything around it. So I think what instead we'll do is we'll just do like a little green section maybe for like the kind of entrance part and like my house kind of like that. So this is kind of just how I start with putting together this mood board. Let's talk about villagers now, I would say. I feel like that's going to give it that kind of like Animal Crossing type of vibe. Now, of course, the villagers will have to be in the colors of the areas. And I think the first one we're going to start with is Flurry, of course, because Flurry is always part of the islands. There we go. And then I also have Hamfrey right here. Look at them. Oh my god, they're so cute. Let me guess, buck for green. Oh, green is me, basically. Okay, do I have my character? Does this work? The background kind of deleting? Actually, that's better than before, though, so we're gonna just go with it. We're gonna put my character kind of by the green. Are you just having 8 villagers? No, I am having 10. So there are going to be 2 areas with 2 villagers each. So this is the one I made for Equilibrio, actually. I already, as you can see, kind of split the canvas into the different parts that we ended up having. Now, obviously, it ended up being like a different order. So like sometimes stuff doesn't work out. I put the houses on it too, you know? And then I kind of just put like a couple of items. I already put like water here to kind of indicate that there is going to be some water escaping. And then I actually made like a separate part too with different colors. And I just made this with like the different flowers so that I knew I had like this overview of like what type of flowers I was going to use for each of the sections. So back to this, which is a lot more white right now. So let me tell you the different villagers that I want to have for the different sections. I do want to have Ursula for the pink section. She is pretty much a set one for me. I've actually said this before, I think on a hunt, but I've always wanted to have Sally, and she is going to be the orange villager kind of. I think blue is going to be one villager maybe, so I think we're gonna go for Filbert actually, because I kind of fell in love with him now. Before that I had Bam written down. So for red, I've kind of been really wanting to have Fauna on an island lately, and I know that technically Fauna isn't really red, but she's kind of like brown with a tint of red, maybe? Yeah, there we go. So there's Filbert for blue. Because if you can't see like the top element of this, I feel like that's a little bit better, right? Yeah, so for purple, here's kind of my train of thought. I was first thinking about Sydney, right? But then after I put like together the lineup of everyone, I noticed that pretty much everyone was either normal or jock, except for Humphrey and Ursula. I had to change it. And then I ended up having someone on my DLC island who I didn't rate very high, but I kind of fell in love with her, I think. She has like these like stripes around her little tail part, and she's like really badass. So like I think it's gonna be Mallory. Oh, also, you know what we're gonna do quickly so that we have kind of an overview of this? We are going to just quickly write their personalities here. My idea was Sheldon, who, if you just look at Sheldon himself, kind of looks a little bit orange as well. But if you look at him next to Sally, he does definitely look yellow. We need a Peppy still. We would still need a Smug. But like I said, it could be that we, in the final lineup, we don't really have like all of the villager types. Which of the colors are we gonna double? I was thinking, because one of the major inspirations for me is kind of the red mushroom parasol. And there's generally a lot of amazing red kind of mushroom items. So I think I have enough inspiration for red to have two different villagers and be like a little bit of a bigger area, you know? And then I was thinking either pink or blue, because I feel like there are a lot of both of those colors in the game. I was thinking about cherry. So it's like the shades of red are a little bit complicated. So it definitely is like very different, you know? If we go for another blue one, it might be Bam. Or pink. Pink could also work. And in that case, I was thinking about going for Freckles. So what I'll do is I'll get Bam's picture and I'll get Freckles' picture, and we'll put them on the screen, like both of them. And it probably just depends on like if we kind of maybe start the building process and we notice which one we have like more inspo for, I think. That's pretty much the lineup that I have so far. So I think we're gonna make some changes to the red later on, but this is just gonna be like a rough kind of outline for it. Okay, so some of the items for like the fairy part, right, will be like some of the mushroom things, especially like the white kind of versions of the mushroom items, like the parasol or the partition too. I also really like the plain party lights arch. There we go. I kind of want to see if maybe we can get like a picture of the houses. I do think that Flurry's house is probably going to stay pretty much like that, just with a different door color. And then I think that Zell has a house, because I would want to have Humphrey's house to be kind of the same, just completely opposite. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. Oh yeah, we could go through that, like the alphabet. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good page. Thank you. And if I find kind of like a house that I think for a specific color would maybe more or less kind of look good, I will try and put it like on the screen. The roof would 100% be different. But like this is kind of like the house that we would probably go for. Okay, this one is a very pretty red house, which is actually Boyd the gorilla. I love the siding and then like with the roof as well. Also Broccolo has kind of the same type of house as the red one that I just put there in blue. Filbert's own house is also blue. I would probably do like a different roof if I'm being honest. Okay, we definitely need something kind of orange. So there's apparently also an orange version for this, which also compared to her looks kind of like a weird orange, but it is orange. Probably yellow might actually be one of the city houses that we go for. So like kind of this with like a different roof and a different like door. So this is the one that I just found, which could be an option for pink. So this is Filbert's actual like house, which I think we might actually keep. Also, I do want to put Ketchup's house on here, because that's like another version for red. Peanut's house is kind of nice. Like not the roof naturally, but you know. But this is also very cute with the pink bricks and stuff. I'll make that as like a very small option, right? Okay, we're gonna have to attempt to kind of space these out a little bit better. And now I would say we add a couple of in-game items and like flowers. I think I kind of want to start with flowers. We're gonna start with the black ones. So I think the only ones I really like are Cosmos, or maybe actually we'll go to through the types of flowers. Okay, I'm not gonna use the pink ones because they actually I don't like them. It doesn't really matter if, you know, you make them like big enough or super small. It's really just kind of to, you know, give us like an idea. So that's Cosmos, right? So let's do Mums next. By the entrance, I think I don't want to use too many colors just yet because the reveal kind of in like the meadow in the middle is supposed to be like really important. So I'm leaning towards, of course, green Mums because green, white, some yellow could work too. I think those are kind of good colors to keep it very neutral and kind of light and airy. Green Mums also might be introduced into other bits and pieces because like that's a color that's supposed to kind of be everywhere, but you know, now we're getting to the point where like this pink isn't really correct anymore. So yeah, that's more accurate, I think. Green Mums tied together with the Queen Witch. Will you also use the glowing moss? I will. Good point, good point. All right, let's go for tulips next. We're not going to be using any roses again on this island because me. And also, I'm not sure on pansies, to be honest, because a lot of the pansies can't really be identified for a specific area. So they always have like two different colors in them, which might make it a little bit too hard to incorporate them. I don't know. Okay, what else? Hyacinths. Okay, hyacinths. Bam. And then we're going to do windflowers too. Okay. What other flower are we missing? Oh, lilies. Well, and pansies. Let's do the pansies first. But we are going to use the blue and the purple ones. We'll go for lilies. Lilies and roses. Yeah, lilies are okay. Roses, I don't want to have on my island. Let's see, what else would I like to have on my mood board? Maybe just some of the items. Some of the items I've been thinking about. Like some of the main kind of items, you know? But for like the main section and like the entrance section, I was thinking of more of the light kind of mushroom items. And then I was also thinking I really want to have the kind of log furniture stuff. Like log stakes, log stool, in the very like light customization. I think that would be kind of pretty. Mostly kind of like this, I think. Those big shining balloons could look so cool in fairy. Oh yeah, do you probably mean like the glowing moss balloon, right? I picked up a few of those, yes. Let's download a few of these and just put them in for like inspo. I definitely want to have the hyacinth lamp. For the purple, there's a lot of shell items in purple. Let me see, I think the mush log comes in purple too. Kind of like this. Okay. I think I got one of the gazebos, or actually the pergola for the purple one. This one here in combination with like hyacinth lamp and purple flowers and stuff. The purple windflower fan could be good. And I think let me see the shell stool. Hold on. And then also, of course, like there is a bunch of items in the game that can just be customized with like fabrics. The Festivali items in the different colors. Yeah, that could work too. Like especially like the garland, or we could do some confetti every once in a while. Yeah. Oh, also, can we not use like one of the butterflies and one of the butterflies purple too? But we do want to still kind of have it in a fairycore aesthetic, right? So the blue one as well, I don't just want to have like a, I don't know, kidcore kind of blue, because I feel like there's a lot of blue kind of kidcore items. I was thinking about the Mario mushroom, right? Like the big mushroom platform. That one goes here. The small mushroom platform exists in pink and also in yellow, which I think we will also use for the for the yellow part. Plus there is like, I don't know, yellow butterflies and everything, right? And like that in combination is probably gonna be like super pretty. Can we do star fragments? Oh yeah. We'll put the petal pile in the pink one too. The Casablanca lilies have a few different colors. Ooh. Also, okay, so the difference between the entrance and the middle part, let's think about that. So I would like to use the mushroom parasols, like the white ones that I put here, in both of those like middle entrance and middle section. Oh, I meant the difference to flurry section, sorry. I'd like to use them there. So I feel like they could still be part of flurry section, but we have to kind of find a different focal point. What about the ruin items? I was talking earlier about how there is like a black version. Oh, okay. What about if Flurry and Hamfrey have like an area with the ruin items? Also, this is an app that I mentioned in kind of like the tips and tricks video that I did on YouTube, but I really recommend the ACNH.guide app for this too, which is great if you are not like aware of a lot of items that even exist in the game. What you can do is just kind of browse through like the furniture sections there and see which ones you like, and then kind of put them on the mood board, you know? Ooh, yeah, I think I like this. The mushroom has a, oh yeah. Oh my God, I forgot that, thank you. Plus like the white one could be put in like the entrance part, and the red part is gonna go, of course, here. I thought for like the orange area, we could do like a pumpkin kind of farm, you know, like a little fairy kind of farm. The mush parasols and stuff usually also comes in yellow, although I do have to say some of the yellow kind of mush things, they look like wet, like super shiny, which I don't like. Oh yeah, let's also go for the lamp because there's a couple of different mush lamp options I think we should also use. My mind is running wild, I know, right? That's kind of what the mood board does to you, is you really get like your inspiration going, and it's hard to like stop as well, you know? Also the Mario one exists in red. How about the duckies? Yeah. I don't want to do weirdly colored ducks though, but for like the yellow one, we should. The toy duck. Could do a little trailing road of ducks, you know? Because there is a blue and there is a purple and a pink version. But like on the, oh wait, actually, wait, maybe, okay. Hold on. We do have Mallory in the purple section. Should we give her a bunch of like little toy duck offspring? Should we do that? I kind of want to do that. Look. Aww. Some of the Turkey Day stuff comes in orange. Oh yeah, orange and some light green, which also may work for like the entrance section and like my house maybe. What about the moon? The moon would be kind of epic, but then probably somewhere on like a, or like maybe in the middle section, but that's actually not a bad idea. Oh, but yeah, if we put like the moon kind of like behind my house, maybe the moon would fit well there too. Oh, you know what? We could also put it like in the middle of these two. Oh, that's true. We could put the moon in the middle of like Flurry and Hamfrey to kind of symbolize that they're more like, you know, that they're very like important to the island and like the neutralizing forces. The orange and blue windmills. Ooh, yeah, I was thinking about windmills kind of like also just in the main part, you know, like the white one maybe. Okay, let's see. Which area are we still missing a few items? Oh yeah, let's go and get the star fragment maybe. Weed fields and mum cushions. Yes, I did pick up a bunch of those. True. I think it's coming along quite nicely. At some point, we will definitely have kind of like, we'll definitely have to have some type of background as well. I feel like we have to shift the color things around a little bit more because of making clear that like Flurry and Hamfrey are going to be next to each other. But yeah, something blue. Oh, the butterfly. There's a butterfly model. There's like an orange one too and like a yellow, right? Cam froze, but that's fine. We're almost done actually. So this might be kind of where we leave it for the mood board for now. What I'll just quickly do now, just because of, you know, shifting stuff around, is I will group these things together. Maybe we can bring this in, create like that circle that we wanted, you know? And now I guess, you know, here we could probably do like a background picture of almost like that green. This is not green, obviously, but that's creepy. The two faces. And then I just kind of like blur it, I think. I mean, that actually kind of works. Can I do it like tinted, like a little bit of green? This is kind of, I think, where I would leave the mood board. So what you can already see is like the different colored areas. So we've got red, orange, yellow, and then blue, purple, and pink. And then this is mostly going to be the entrance section, which is going to be kind of more like here, I guess. but because of space reasons, we're gonna have it here. And then the middle part is gonna just combine all the different flowers, and it's just gonna be like a hopefully nicely kind of landscaped area too. And then, you know, Flurry and Hamfrey right at the top with a moon in the middle. We've kind of established that they're gonna be hit like with ruins all around them, and they're gonna be like opposites of each other, you know? So with that, a lot happened today, a lot, you know, to kind of process. Thank you all so much for all the hype on the trailer, for being so excited about this entire theme and journey and everything. I do have to say, looking at the mood board now, I'm getting very excited as well. So I hope I can end up bringing the vision across, and I'm excited to be working on it with all of you here as well. So yeah, thank you all so much, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye bye everyone.